This is the portable power I reach for when the lights go out and I still want my essentials running without fuss. It is compact, quiet, and steady enough to keep sensitive gear safe. The GRECELL 300W Portable Power Station with 288 watt-hour battery falls into that sweet spot of small home backup and off-grid convenience. I think of it as a trunk-friendly power box for camping, road trips, and apartment-friendly outage coverage. If I need to keep a laptop going, keep a phone charged, run a small fan, or keep my internet online during a blackout, this size makes sense. It is not meant for big heat-hungry appliances, and I do not expect it to run a space heater or an electric kettle. It shines when I ask it to run multiple small devices all day or cover one or two essentials overnight. The shape is about the size of a car battery, which matters more than any spec sheet number because it actually fits on a narrow shelf and slides into a backpack-style day bag if I am careful. The handle has a rubberized feel and enough thickness that I can carry it for a few blocks without my hand getting sore. Rubberized corner bumpers keep it from getting scuffed when it slides around a trunk or taps a wall, and that small touch keeps it looking solid after real use. The feet are wide enough that it does not wobble on a picnic table, which I appreciate more than I expected. The front panel layout is straightforward. The alternating current section has its own button, and the direct current section has its own button. The universal serial bus ports sit together, and the car-style socket is offset so big plugs do not crowd each other. The screen is bright enough to read indoors and in bright shade. Under direct noon sun, I can still read the basics by tilting it a little, which is good enough for me when I am outside. Setup is the kind of plug-and-go experience that I want from gear like this. I press the main power button. I tap alternating current on if I need a wall-style socket, or I tap direct current on if I am using universal serial bus or the car socket. The station wakes quickly. There is no lag switching between outputs. When I plug in a laptop to the universal serial bus Type-C power delivery port, the laptop recognizes it right away and ramps to fast charging without me doing anything special. When I connect a phone to a universal serial bus type of port that supports Quick Charge 3.0, the phone jumps to fast charging as well. After a few days, the sequence becomes muscle memory. I do not have to think about it. I like gear that gets out of my way and just works. The heart of a unit like this is the inverter and the battery. The rated continuous output is 300 watts on the alternating current socket, and the battery capacity is 288 watt-hours. Those numbers translate in a very practical way. I can run a small projector and a compact speaker for a backyard movie night for a full feature film with power to spare. I can top up a work laptop multiple times and keep a phone and a camera charging at the same time during a field shoot. I can keep my Wi-Fi modem and router online through a long evening outage. Because the alternating current is pure sine wave, my laptop and my camera charger stay cool and quiet. Fans in my chargers do not get buzzy, and sensitive devices behave exactly as they do on a wall outlet. I pushed it in a few real situations. During a late afternoon storm-related outage, I plugged in my modem, my router, and a small desk lamp with an efficient bulb. The draw was modest, and the power station barely warmed up. The silent cooling fan stayed at a low whisper. I worked through a stormy evening without spinning up a gas generator or dealing with fumes. On a camping trip, I used the universal serial bus Type-C port to run my laptop for a video edit, while charging 2 phones and a headlamp on the Type-A ports, and a small battery-powered fan on the car socket adapter. The combined draw stayed under the 300-watt ceiling, and the station handled all of it at once. Overnight, I tried my travel continuous positive airway pressure machine with the humidifier off. I made it through a full night and still woke up with battery left. That kind of reliability is exactly what I need in a compact station. Charging speed matters more than any port count bragging rights. The universal serial bus Type-C port provides fast power delivery up to around 60 watts, which means my modern laptops can actually gain charge while I am working, not just maintain. That is the difference between finishing an edit at a trailhead and closing the lid early. The 3 universal serial bus type ports support Quick Charge 3.0, which keeps phones and action cameras moving quickly without extra bricks. The car-style socket is stable and did not sag under load when I ran a small cooler. I also appreciate that I can power several things at once. I have had as many as 8 devices connected, including the alternating current socket, the car socket, and multiple universal serial bus ports. And as long as I kept the total under the 300-watt range, it delivered steady power without drama. Recharging is simple. I top it up from a wall outlet when I am home. From low, it takes a few hours to get back to full. If I am on the road, the car outlet option keeps the battery climbing while I drive between campsites. For off-grid days, a solar panel is the most interesting option. The built-in maximum power point tracking solar controller squeezes useful energy even when light is less than perfect. Midday sun gets me the best results, but I have watched it pull usable power even in high, thin cloud cover. With solar, it becomes a closed loop for long weekends. I charge during the day and I spend power at night, and I do not have to babysit it beyond pointing the panel at the sun a couple of times. There are a few small things I notice that matter in daily life. The fans are quiet. Under heavy load they ramp up, but the tone is soft and easy to tune out. The screen gives me clear input and output numbers, but I would love a remaining time estimate under current draw. The handle is comfortable, though a fold-flat handle would make it easier to pack in a tight bag. I wish there were a second universal serial bus Type-C port, since so much of my gear has moved to that standard. The wall charger brick is a little chunky, which is typical in this category, but it is one more thing to carry. None of these are deal breakers. They are the kinds of small notes that come from living with a device rather than just reading about it. Safety features are not flashy, but they are the reason I trust this box with expensive gear. The upgraded battery management system keeps an eye on overcurrent, overvoltage, and short-circuit conditions. I have accidentally hot-plugged a few power-hungry things into it, and it handled the surge without a hiccup. The pure sine wave output keeps power clean for laptops and camera batteries. The dual cooling fans move air evenly, so there are no hot spots on the shell even after extended use on a warm day. A specific use case that sold me on this size is the backyard movie night. I set up a compact projector on a tripod, a small speaker on the table, and I stream from a laptop. The power draw stays well under the 300-watt mark. I can watch a full film, add some bonus clips, and still have room to charge phones while friends share photos. No extension cord snaking across the yard, and no noise drowning out the quiet scenes. Another one is road trip lunches. I park, plug in a small electric cooler for a short while, top up cameras and drones, and by the time I am done eating, everything is ready again. What makes this unit feel smart is how the design choices save me from thinking. Separate buttons for alternating current and direct current mean I do not waste energy powering sections I do not need. The maximum power point tracking solar controller means I do not lose half a day to slow solar charging. The power delivery on the universal serial bus Type-C port lets my laptop charger stay in the bag. The fact that I can run several devices at once, up to 8 at a time, gives me flexibility on trips and during outages at home. This is the portable power station I recommend to anyone who needs dependable light-duty power without the bulk of larger units. If I want to run big kitchen appliances or a space heater, I will need a larger inverter and a bigger battery. If my goal is to keep work moving, keep communication alive, run a few lights, and power sensitive electronics safely, this GRECELL hits the mark. It is easy to carry, easy to use, and steady under real workloads. I appreciate that I can recharge it by wall, by car, or by solar, and that it has the safety and clean power to handle laptops and medical devices like a continuous positive airway pressure machine. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments what you would power first with a station this size. Thank you for watching.